What has been the worst pain you've ever experienced? I was 16 and my dad had just bought me my first car. I was so excited to drive it to school the next day, but my mom told me she had a bad feeling about it and wanted me to wait. I thought she was just being overprotective and I ignored her. The next morning, I was driving to school when I saw a little girl in the middle of the road. I swerved to avoid her and ended up crashing into a tree. I was okay, but the car was totaled. I called my dad and he came to get me. On the way home, he told me he was disappointed in me for not listening to my mom. I felt terrible and I promised I would make it up to him. A few days later, my dad was driving me to school when we saw a little girl in the middle of the road. He swerved to avoid her and ended up crashing into a tree. He was seriously injured and he was in the hospital for weeks. I was devastated. I felt like it was all my fault. If I had just listened to my mom, none of this would have happened. My dad eventually recovered, but he was never the same. He couldn't work and he was in pain all the time. I had to drop out of school to take care of him. I still blame myself for what happened. If I had just listened to my mom, my dad would still be healthy and I would have a normal life.